Hi there, it's Mark Wickersham here, Amazon #1 best-selling author of Effective Pricing for Accountants. And what I want to deal with today in this video is something that I occasionally get on seminars, workshops, when I talk about stories of how firms are increasing prices, sometimes by as much as double the price, sometimes treble. I've even seen firms using the techniques I teach increasing their price by 4 times. And sometimes people in the audience will say to me, but Mark, if I start pricing and charging twice the price as what I did before, and if I'm charging double the price of the firm down the road, am I ripping my clients off? And the answer is absolutely not. A number of reasons. Firstly, clients aren't morons. They're not stupid. When clients make a purchasing decision, they do it for reasons that they've decided are the right reasons. They've chosen you because there's something about you they like. They probably know there's a cheaper alternative. It's the same with many other things they might buy. You might have clients, for example, that send their children to private education, which certainly in the UK is extremely expensive. And you might say, that's just crazy. There's a free option of state schools. Why would you pay for education? But the reality is there are some people in life who value their children's education. You'll have clients that go and buy their coffee in Starbucks. There are so much cheaper ways of consuming coffee. Are they stupid for buying coffee in Starbucks? No, I do. It's because we see something about the coffee in Starbucks and the experience of buying and perhaps the place where it is. We see value in there. That's why people spend that sort of money on buying their coffee fix. So your clients make decisions. Secondly, if you're following my advice and giving them a choice anyway, and you're giving them, for example, 3 options, if they choose your most expensive option, they're making a choice. That's entirely up to you. The other big issue, though, I think, which is even more important, is I know from my research that most accounting professionals are too cheap. And what happens is when we price too low, we end up having to make some compromises somewhere. Sometimes those compromises are we end up just making less money. Sometimes we end up working longer hours. But also, we end up cutting corners. And not necessarily because we mean to, we want to, but if we are up against the clock, if we are up against our budget and we need to get this job done, we focus on being efficient and getting the job done as quickly as possible. And so we miss opportunities to add more value. In workshops, I often teach a process of how UK accountants would incorporate businesses. In other words, they take a sole trader business, and if there are benefits, for example, tax advantages of moving to a corporate structure, we call that incorporation, then what I've found is that in the UK, the price that firms charge for doing that is so crazy cheap. We're talking £200 to £400, whereas other firms I work with charge 4, sometimes 5-figure sums for doing the same process. And some people say, yeah, but Mark, if a firm will do this for 300 and you're going to charge 2,000, you must be ripping them off. And the answer is no. I believe that the cheap firms are in danger of being negligent. And the problem is we don't always recognise the value of what we do, the importance of what we do. In the case of incorporations, there are at least 20 different things that we have to consider to do the job properly, to give the right advice. And when I reveal these in a seminar environment, everybody agrees that you cannot possibly do all these 20 things, consider all these different issues for £300. So we owe it to our clients to be expensive and as a result have the time in our budget to give them the very, very best result. They deserve a Rolls-Royce service. If you agree with that and like it, then hit the like button that you'll see on this page somewhere. And if you want some more training from me, I've created a free video training program called A Systems Approach to Value Pricing. There's a link to it somewhere on this page somewhere. Go and find it, click on that link, make sure you've got that training. I'll see you another day. Bye for now.